Hello everyone, welcome back to IT PK. In this video, we are going to see the step-by-step process of configuring local device security option using Microsoft Intune. We will use endpoint protection template in device configuration profile to configure local security option for Intune managed Windows devices. Those settings are related to accounts, interactive logon, network security, recovery console, shutdown, and user account control. Local device security options are basically security options like group policies. We can configure the same settings from Intune using configuration profiles. Sign in to the Microsoft Endpoint Admin Center using the URL intune.microsoft.com, and you must have a global administrator or Intune service administrator account to set up these security policies from configuration profile. Once you are in Microsoft Intune, let's go to devices. In the devices section, we want to scroll down and go to configurations. In the configurations, we want here to create new configuration profile. In the platform, we will deploy this configuration profile to Windows 10 and later. And in the profile type, I want to select here templates. Under the templates, scroll down and find endpoint protection. Now click create. Now let's type a meaningful name, local device security options. Let's copy this for Windows devices. Perfect. Hit next. Now let's find here local device security option and expand this. So let's expand the accounts. Add new Microsoft account setting. Restrict user from adding new Microsoft accounts. This is the preferred option if we want to limit the use of new Microsoft accounts on our Intune managed devices. Using admin section of local admin account, we can define here whether the local admin accounts are enabled or disabled. By default, every computer have local administrator account named administrator. Let me show you, and that account is disabled by default. Let me open the computer management. In the computer management, let me go to users, and here we have the administrator account with the name administrator. We can change this name to our required name, and we want a local admin, right? I am telling you and showing you the example of administrator on my computer. So what will happen? This administrator will get changed to local admin account. Renaming the well-known administrator accounts makes it slightly more difficult for an unauthorized person to guess the name and the password combinations of local admin account. So same here, we can also rename the guest account, right? So in my case, I'm entering the name guest accounts for my guest accounts in Intune managed devices. So this will rename guest to visitor account, right, on Intune managed devices. You can specify the name as you like or as your organization requirements are. Click on devices. Under devices, we have 4 policies here. I'm not going to define any of the policy in the devices section. You could define this policy if you need, and if you want to know details about this policy, you can come at this exclamation point, and also you can go to learn more about these policies. So this will open a detailed points about device restriction policies. So let's go to next interactive logon. The first option in the interactive logon is minutes of lock screen inactive until screensaver activates. We can define the time limits of inactivity of the desktop login screen until the screensaver runs. Windows keeps tracks of inactivity of a logon section, and if the amount of inactive time exceeds the inactivity limit, then the screensaver will run, locking the screen. So here I'm going to give the value 2 minutes. Alright. So the next option is required Ctrl+Alt+Delete to log on. I want to enable this. If we enable this option on the logon screen, user have to press these three keys combination Ctrl+Alt+Delete to get to the logon screen and enter username and password. The next option I want to highlight here is user information on the log screen. So we have three options: user display name, domain and username. User display name only and do not display user information. So I don't want to display user information on the log screen, and I want to select this option. Hide the last sign in user. Yes, we also want to hide the username of last sign in user from the screen. So let's enable this. And we also want to hide username at sign in. This depends upon you if you want to hide or don't hide this, but I want to hide username at sign in. If you configure the login message policy, you will break the autopilot pre-provisioning build process. It is listed on the policy conflict page as a non-policies to break the pre-provisioning process of autopilot. So we are not going to configure this option. Let's go to recovery console and shutdown. Here, if we set up this option to block to shut down without logon, the shutdown option will not appear on the Windows logon screen. For testing purpose today, I think these settings are enough for you. You can set up all the required settings. Those are required by your organization. Let's click next, and here we could exclude the group, include the group, add all user, add all devices. Let's go to add group. I want to add a single group here to target. So let's me add the admin group. Click next. I don't want to define any applicability rule. You could define applicability rule if this is required by your organization, that assign this profile if OS edition, OS version, and the value and these details. So I'm going to click next. Now I can review all of the settings. If they are okay, I can go ahead and click on create. This could take few seconds to create this policy here, and yes, I got this device security policy here. I can view the report once the device is checked in with Intune or once the device is synced with Intune. This policy could get few minutes to get synced or propagate across the devices, and I will get the reports here, right? I could also download the report in Excel from here. And if later on I want to change any option in the configurations, I can scroll down in the configuration setting and go to edit here. Okay. I've gathered some screenshots for you. Once the device gets synced with Microsoft Intune, you will find out that we have defined the screensaver's time 2 minutes, right? You will see 2 minutes here. Let's go to next screenshot. Yeah, if you remember, we have defined local admin account to replace the name administrator account, and for guests we have defined the visitor account. You can see here, right? Once the devices will get synced, these settings will take effect on the computer. In the next screenshot, I want to show you that the login screen will not show the username here, right? Instead, it will show unlock the PC, the setting we have defined. Let's go to the next setting. On the lock screen, user, let me go to here. Okay. On the lock screen, user have to press Ctrl+Alt+Delete, unlock the PC. When they unlock the PC, they will go to this screen and they will not be able to see the username information here. Also, we have disabled that user will not be able to see the other user information that will be shown on the screen, that the reset username that is logged on or sign off from the computer. So other user information not be shown on the screen, and also the shutdown button that will appear in the right side of the screen when screen is locked, that will not appear until user will log into the computer and then log off from the computer and have the permission to shut down the computer. That's all for this video, that how to configure local security options for Windows devices using Microsoft Intune. You could set up or deploy the options according to your organization's requirement. Thanks for watching, keep watching, and don't forget to subscribe IT PK. Take care, bye.